everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We're back. We're doing another Core Set 2020 M20 draft. And our rare is the Mythic, a Johnny, Strength of the Pride. So you can +1 him, gain life equal to the number of creatures you control, plus the number of planeswalkers you control. You can spit out cats that are a Johnny Pride mates. Yeah, he's got good synergy with his own abilities. He protects himself. He's a good cost. Great planeswalker. I could absolutely see him seeing some constructed play too. I mean, he seems certainly good enough for that. What else is good in here? We have the Ember Hauler, which I like a lot. A bear that kills things, including your opponent. Chandra's Outrage, premium removal. I like the Seer, evasive creature that nets you a card. It's also an elemental. Reduced to Ashes, reasonable removal. Mammoth Spider. Good reach creature. Let's take a Johnny and be happy. Follow-up pick. Well, Leyline of Abundance. Whenever you tap a creature for mana, you can add an additional mana, and then you can buff your whole team for 8 mana. It's kind of cool. I wish that it gave your creatures the ability to tap for mana. That would be really good, but it doesn't. It's worth 85 cents. Brineborn Cutthroat, kind of a cool little build around. Flashes in, and then if you have more instants or flash creatures, you can make him bigger. We have Pacifism, which is pretty premium removal. I'm fine second picking that. And yeah, that's about it. So, yep, Pacifism seems like a good pick here to me. Pick number 3. So in white, we have Griffin Protector, which flies. Yerox Wave Crasher, 4 mana, 4/4, but you have to return another creature to your hand when you play it. Not great, not terrible. To quote Chernobyl. Alright, we've got Silverback Shaman, 5 mana, 5/4 trample, and then when it dies, draw a card. That card's pretty good. We have Blood Burglar, which is going to synergize well with the Johnny. There's also other things in black that would synergize well with the Johnny's +1 ability, as well as the Pride mates. So it might just make sense to take a Blood Burglar here. I think Silverback Shaman's probably better, but... Or maybe actually just the Gorging Vulture, because... Yeah, Gorging Vulture is going to be better than Blood Burglar because it still synergizes with the Johnny's ability. I like that. So I think we'll go Vulture, just because black-white seems like... We could just take the Protector because it's just white, but Gorging Vulture, cheaper, still has synergy with the +1 ability. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So here we have Ancestral Blade, which is really just a great card. I really like it a lot. We have Blood Burglar, more chance to get lifelink. I think Blade is just better. Even with the lifelink synergy. Raise the Alarm is quite good. I like surprise creatures. And it, works well with the Johnny as well. But I just really like the Blade a lot. Cheap equip cost. Good value card. Maybe I'll change my mind on it at some point, but not yet. So we can get a Raise the Alarm now. Always worth it at the beginning of a format to check the price of cards. 12 cents on Tail's End. Not worth it. Fathom Fleet Cutthroat. Not bad. Let's go Raise the Alarm here. There's a Marauder's Axe in here as well. Nothing else really impressing me, but Raise the Alarm, like I said, quite good. I think Apostle Purifying Light is good. It's tough to go wrong with a card that can be very good against certain decks, but against other decks it's going to be a Goblin Piker, so maybe not great. Could take the Audacious Thief. It looks like our deck has a pretty reasonable chance of gaining life, so and we can buff it to, I don't know, we'll take it. Griffin Sentinel flies, which is obviously good, but I kind of wanted to see if Audacious Thief is good. There's also a Vial of Dragonfire, which I don't consider to be premium removal. It's playable removal. But we'll take the Thief. So Angelic Gift lets us fly right over top. Probably pretty awesome with the Thief. and even the cats. Bladebrand's going to be quite good with Raise the Alarm, though. I don't like the Viner's Lockbox. It's too much cost for not enough consistent payoff. So Bladebrand versus Angelic Gift here. It's they both are cantrips. Raise the Alarm. I think I'm gonna go with the Gift. I know it seems weird, but I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking Gift with Audacious Thief is gonna be pretty awesome. Gift with Pride Mates are gonna be good. I like it. So we have Squad Captain. This also is kind of good with what we're doing already. Spitting out tokens here, this thing. I could see Squad Captain being good. Or we can go on the Battalion Foot Soldier plan, just because it's card advantage. It's going to be good with like Inspired Charge and stuff. I'm going to go with the Captain, though. I have a feeling it's good in a build like this. So nothing crazy good here. I think I might just take the Windscarred Crag in case there's a red card I want to splash. Like, I don't even know if I'd splash a Reduce to Ashes, but I don't really need a Barony Vampire, and Unholy Indenture I'm not really that enthusiastic about. And Rule of Law isn't really what we want to do either, so let's take the Crag here. So Moment of Heroism is good. It's going to be good with our Pride Mates, and it's just a solid combat trick on its own. And it can be a game changer, so definitely taking it. Disenchant, good sideboard card. Or we can take the Vial of Dragonfire because it's playable. But we're in black and white, probably black, I guess. Not necessarily black, but we're in white. I think we're going to be able to find better removal, so I'm just going to take a Disenchant for sideboard. Good tool to have. So I could go on the Undead Servant plan again. I don't know how I feel about it. It's good with Gorging Vulture. Otherwise, another chance to get Bladebrand or the Inspired Charge. I think Charge is nice to just have in a deck like this. It's a nice way to just go wide and win. Here I'm just going to take a foil land because we don't need the Zephyr Charge anyway. We're going to let someone have... Well, are we? Maybe I'll actually take the healer in case we don't end up black. Could be the sign we need that someone wants us to be in green, and Selesnya seems fine to me. Steel Overseer, not... Well, I guess it's actually just a good card on its own. It just keeps buffing itself every turn. Honestly, that alone probably makes it good enough to take here. What's the Gruesome Scourger do? That's pretty awesome, too. Opponent or Planeswalker. I like this card. Otherwise, Griffin Protector, again, I'm not really thinking we want to take that, though. So, I kind of am just okay taking a Steel Overseer. It just buffs itself every turn for free. That's really good, and it's a cheap creature. Otherwise, Overcome in green is an actually pretty good card. Inspired Charge, probably better, although Trample is a big deal when you're buffing your creatures. Let's take the Overseer. Brought Back. Choose up to 2 target permanent cards in your graveyard that were put there from the battlefield this turn, and then you can return them to the battlefield tapped. Not bad. Not bad, but a bit situational. It's only worth 36 cents. Epicure Blood, good with a life gain plan. Master Splicer is a solid card. Or there is Corpse Knight, which is pretty cool too, especially with like Raise the Alarm and any other token creatures we happen to get. But Master Splicer is really good. It's also going to synergize well with Steel Overseer. We're going to take the Splicer over the... Maybe we wheel the Corpse Knight if no one else is in black-white. Squad Captain, also good with Master Splicer. Yeah, we got to go Splicer here. That's some just good synergy with what we've got. Diamond Knight is cool. It's going to work well with our Overseer. And it just gets big. It's got Vigilance, too. It's going to be good to pick white with that. Maybe we play some sort of... We could just play like a mono white artifact deck. That would actually be kind of cool. That's doable. We'll take Diamond Knight here. Otherwise, Bone Splinters. Pretty good removal, especially with the tokens we have. But like I said, kind of am finding the idea of mono white artifacts to be kind of appealing. Maybe I'm crazy. We'll find out if it works. So Diamond Knight here. There's a Stone Golem. Otherwise, nothing really good in black or white here. Epicure, playable. Stone Golem, less committal. Maybe it makes sense to take the Golem here if we do, in fact, want to make a mono white deck work, which is still possible. Okay. I mean, a 5-mana 4/4 is not terrible, and Epicure's upside isn't... I mean, it's good with a Johnny, but it's good with any life game, but it's just not crazy. It's not like broken or anything. Retributive Wand, unfortunately, does not work with Steel Overseer since it's not a creature, but could take another moment of heroism here. Could just take the Retributive Wand. It can ping things, which is not bad. But I may just want another moment. Like I said, a good combat trick. Tough to go wrong with that. Okay. Temple is going to be good for us, besides just being a way to fix for red. It can just be played in a monocolor deck because it still taps for white, and then you get a free scry. I kind of like it. I think we'll take it over the Apostle and anything else in this pack. So Soulmender would have good synergy with Epicure if I still want to go on the black plan. Otherwise, Soul Salvage is pretty good value. Just get some creatures back. Tough to go wrong with that. Especially when you have a pretty good rare one like Steel Overseer. Or even bringing back a Master Splicer is kind of good. I'll take this Soul Salvage here. So we can take an Apostle again. We can take a Tranquil Cove to splash. We can take the Blood Burglar for more lifelink, life-gaining synergies. Not that we have a ton. Basically just the Pride Mates we make with the Johnny. Or we can take the Apostle. There's also a Cutthroat, another opportunity for that. Kind of looking like a reasonable beatdown black-white deck, though. I guess I'll take the Burglar, because he can main deck it. Glaring Aegis, gonna be good if you're beatdown, actually, so I'd probably take it here. Or we can take the Vial of Dragonfire, but I've actually been pretty impressed with Glaring Aegis. Less clunky, and like I said, I feel as though... Or we can take the Prismite for Steel Overseer synergy. I'll take Aegis. Another chance to get the Brought back. Or we take the Epicure now. You know what? We're going to take Epicure. It makes sense for the deck. And it's got good synergy with what we're doing. We can take another... we'll just cut white. Take the Angelic Gift. Don't need any of these cards. We'll pass them all. Take the black card. Still a pretty good chance that we could end up... I mean, we're kind of getting signal to be in green, but... I mean, we're close to a deck already, and I think our plan is actually pretty good. We've got some interesting choices to make, but we've got some good synergies going. We can do the Steel Overseer, Drawn from Dreams, see what it's worth, but probably not taking it. 9 cents. All right, we can take Salvager of Ruin. Kind of cool. I don't know how exactly I feel about it, though. There's an Undead Servant in here. Blood for Bones is pretty good, I think, but you do have to sack a creature, but you get a creature back from your graveyard to your battlefield. I think Blood for Bones is actually pretty good. It's definitely good with our tokens or any weak creatures. It's kind of cool with Gorging Vulture, too, actually. Huh. I think I'll take it over Salvager. I'm interested in trying it out in a deck like this, seeing what I think. Another Undead Servant. Thought Distortion. We take the Protector probably. We have creatures entering the battlefield. Maybe more than one at a time. And it flies. And I don't love Undead Servant, but it's kind of cool with a couple cards we have in the deck. Might as well check what the Awakener is worth. If it's worth something, I might take it over the Protector. It's worth 96 cents. I'll take the Protector. So another Protector, or that's about it. I guess we'll go Protector here. Dawning Angel was in there, but it's kind of whatever. Fencing Ace, cheap creature. We do have some buffs. I just realized Splicer is good synergy with Stone Golem too. It's kind of cool. Could just take the Fencing Ace. There's an Inspiring Captain, but I think we're already looking to cut some things. Probably the gifts can go. They seem like easy cuts. Although, yeah. So another Epicure. Let's count actual life gain cards in the deck here. So we have 2 moments. Blood Burglar, it's 3, 4, 5. 5 only. We probably don't need another Epicure. We just take another Protector. Continue to go for Death from Above here. There is Soulmender, but it's good with a Johnny, it's good with Epicure. It's true. Do I really want to play it, though? I don't, to be honest. I don't want to play Soulmender for 2 cards in my deck. Take a Protector. Can take the Bone Splinters now. We're removal light, so I guess it makes sense. This is more of a sideboard removal, but it is good with what we've got. And Legion's End is a little bit too narrow of removal for my taste to take it over Bone Splinters. So we take the Chaplain. It's got lifelink. It's going to have some synergy with what we're doing. Or we take another Inspiring Captain, or we take our first Inspiring Captain, but we're kind of 4-drop heavy already, so I think I'll go Chaplain. It's a good Elemental Lord here. Could take the Prismite, or could take the Mind Rot. I don't think we're playing Prismite, so I'll probably just take Mind Rot at least for sideboard. Could take a Servant, take another Disenchant, take another Mind Rot. Mind Rot and multiples may be more likely to happen than Disenchant. Not sure. Could splash or reduce to ashes. Probably not going to happen. Don't need any of these cards. The best one is maybe Mastiff if someone's on the plan. Looks like no one's on the plan though. We don't have any blue to splash, so I don't need the Cove. Guess we'll take another Mind Rot. 3 Mind Rot seems excessive to sideboard into. I'll just take the foil card here. How about 4 Mind Rots? That's probably unnecessary. Well, we have to make a couple cuts, but the deck looks cool to me. So we only have 14 creatures, 15 if you count the Blade, which I do. So we probably just want to cut a couple spells. So I'm thinking we can probably cut the Glaring Aegis. I guess we actually have Raise the Alarm, which makes it 16 creatures. So I guess technically we could cut 1 creature if I wanted to, which would probably be Chaplain or Fencing Ace. We do have buffs for Fencing Ace, just a couple moments of heroism, but we also have the Ancestral Blade. So I could see cutting the Chaplain. Chaplain has good synergy with a Johnny, which is also technically a creature card, and Epicure. I guess we'll cut the Chaplain. I think there's a better chance the double strike could be big. So, looks okay to me. We'll still play our Temple. But other than that, that's it. So, we need more white than black. Our Diamond Knight gets quite a bit worse with the black in our deck, but I think that's going to be okay. If we do this, it's 10-7. We do have some double white. We need black relatively early. But we have like almost twice as much white, so I think 10-7 is probably okay. So we definitely want to play that turn 4 at Johnny if we can. Okay. Well, looks good to me. Interesting deck for sure, but I like it. So we'll run it like this. We'll see you in round 1. Okay. We are in round 1. We won the die roll. We're playing first. Gotta mull this one. This one we'll keep. Which card are we going to put on the bottom? I guess a Moment of Heroism seems like an easy card to put on the bottom. And then we're done. So, Blade into Vulture is still a pretty good start. Protector. So gain 3 life, lose 3 creatures. But Squad Captain's a great Blood for Bones resurrection target. Depending on the board, of course. Death Touch Lifelink, well that's a good ability set. So whenever it enters the battlefield or deals combat damage to a player, yeah, that's pretty good looting. I'd probably trade my token in a Moment of Heroism for a Tomebound Lich. So let's re-equip to the Vulture and get in there. Alright. Nice thing is we can keep attacking into that. Did not get the land, that's okay. We'll attack for 3 and pass. Save the pacifism for the sticky situation. Alright. Cutthroat. I may have to use pacifism on that. Depends if we draw the land or not. Drew the land, so we're going to go for the Griffin plan instead. Okay. So we do have Disenchant. Not sure if I want to use it. Once again, if we draw the land, we'll play Epicure. Otherwise, I'd probably pacify the Cutthroat, but we got the land, so we'll just do the Epicure instead here. Okay. Master Splicer. So, got some choices here. I think we just equip here because if they double block, we get to Inspired Charge. Yeah, that's pretty good. Kill both their things and keep my guy around seems like a good good trade for me. So we'll see if they double block. They don't, which possibly is even better for us because now we just play Splicer. And Inspired Charge is going to be much better now. Warden, okay. Mind Rot, so we lose our hand here. So, let's see. That's pretty good. So I guess we can attack with Epicure and Golem. With the Steel Overseer out, I'd rather them kill my Epicure, because then next turn I can make my Golem even bigger. So I think we're going to attack like this. So they double block there. We kill the Cutthroat. Alright. Trade a 4/4 for a 3/3, which isn't great, but they also take 5 damage, which is really good. Alright. So, playing against Dimir, they are main decking Mind Rot. They have Anvil Rot, Raptor, as well as Sleep Paralysis. That might be just enough for me to bring in the Disenchant. Usually, I'll bring in a Disenchant if I see 2 cards, and we did see 2, so I'm okay with that. What do we want to cut for the Disenchant? We're on the draw. Does anything change that I would want to cut? Maybe the Fencing Ace. Fencing Ace is good with our buffs. It's not great outside of that. We do have enough creatures where we can get away with that, and it doesn't really hurt us too bad either. And like I said, we're not really capitalizing too much on the double strike. We have like 3 things in here. 4, I guess. Which is not bad. I could cut the Thief. Thief is possibly worse than Fencing Ace. I don't know how much I value the Thief yet, but I guess we'll cut it. It's also getting less black cards, more white cards in our deck, better for Diamond Knight. Okay, I can get behind that line of thought here. We better mulligan this one. I've got a Blood for Bones as my only black spell, no white mana, and even though on the draw, it's probably too dangerous, although Johnny's double white too. It just seems a bit too dangerous to me. Too many 4-drops, not enough, not the right mana. This one we'll keep, and we'll probably bottom the... Well, what do we want to bottom? Not a land. I guess it makes sense to do the protector. All right. So I guess we're probably just starting it off with Diamond Knight here, choosing white. Yeah, that Tomebound Lich is quite good. Death Touch Lifelink is a nasty, nasty combination. At least it's only damage to a player. Jeez, Tomebound Lich for days, huh? Moment of heroism, yeah. Okay, let's go Protector. I don't want to do a Johnny and have him get killed. Yeah, it's pretty tough. I can't do anything about it. Jeez. Well, I guess we play a Johnny. Hope they don't have more removal. I think I even read its 0 ability, which is pretty awesome too, actually. All right. When you got the goods, you got the goods. Can't do anything about it. And they're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna beat down. Unfortunately, we lost our blood for bones there. Doesn't really seem like a winnable race, but at the same time, do I really want to trade my Pride Mate for a Tomebound Lich? Not at all. Not at all. I don't want to trade a Gorging Vulture and a Moment of Heroism for one either. So, well, if I'm discarding anyway, I guess I'll do this. The old disenchant. There it is. This is why disenchant sideboard is, you have to be pretty particular about it. I mean, I guess I'll attack. I don't want to trade a Pride Mate for a Vulture, but I don't want it to die to removal and let them continue to loot anyway, so we'll just take the trade. It's a bad, bad trade. I mean, I guess we have Soul Salvage, so we can still get back our premium creatures somehow. Raise the Alarm does not do so much. I guess we hang out and block with half of our Raise the Alarm plus the Gorging Vulture. I guess we triple block because if they have like a thing that deals, they just flame sweep us. Jeez. Yeah, that's pretty good when you kill everything. We are just getting absolutely worked, and we're the ones that had a Johnny. It's pretty harsh. Well, I definitely underestimated how good Tomebound Lich is in Limited, at least. Just looting Death Touch Lifelink. Card is incredible. It literally does everything you want. It gains life, it attacks well, it blocks well, it loots when it comes in. There's nothing wrong with this card. Nothing at all. I guess that's why it's an uncommon. Yeah, maybe my opponent will loot themselves out. I always love that. I always love thinking that. It's probably a May too, isn't it? Well, at least it's not a May. But I always love like, nah, I'll just win by milling them. They only have 12 cards left in their deck. No problem. I'm sure they don't have any good cards left in those 5 cards in hand. 12 in library. I'm sure there's not any good ones left, so I'm not too worried about it. Guess we'll sandbag the lands for like a Mind Rot, maybe? Oh, that seems like a good card. So, let me guess. I didn't get any of the Goblin Pikers that have Pro Black that would just be incredible in this matchup. For getting rid of things in their graveyard, for being able to block Tomebound Lich. Let me guess. No, I didn't. I'm taking Disenchant out. Currently we saw Raptor and Sleep Paralysis, and that's it. And they're playing Mind Rot, which I don't even really care about, I don't think so. Just multiple murders. Yep, this is going to be a really tough match. They just have all the goodies. Tons of removal, premium creatures. Value spells. I have to come up with some sort of game plan to beat this. What is that game plan? I guess I need to go more aggro. More aggro. How is that going to beat the Lich? I don't know. I don't think it will, honestly. I don't think that it will. Looks like we're dead. I shouldn't have attacked. I guess it didn't matter, but just perfect flame sweep too. Just perfect. So how do I win? That's the question. I guess I go Mind Rots? Is that how I win? I guess. I don't love it, but I certainly didn't love Disenchant there. So we'll bring in a couple Mind Rots and what else are we cutting? How do I beat a 1/3 Death Touch? It's shocking how difficult that is for me to beat. I don't know. I guess I'm taking out a moment of heroism. I really am having a hard time here. Maybe I cut the Bone Splinters. We got through like their entire deck, and I guess the creature that beat me. Either way, I'm 2-for-1ing myself. I might as well gain life or potentially kill my opponent with a buff. I have absolutely zero confidence in this match after that game. I felt like my deck did nothing. Just did nothing against a 1/3. That's terrible. Yeah, we'll take it. Needed a land and got it, so I guess we'll make a token. So we get hit by Flame Sweep pretty hard here. Yeah. Fry's pretty good too. Yeah, pretty perfect combination of cards, I have to say. Hmm. So kind of want to bring back the splicer, I think. Hmm. So I guess I'll get a captain and a Griffin protector back. Hmm. Seven mana, so 5. I can only... Guess we play the captain. That was a good rip. Hmm. We won? That's surprising. Well, our opponent's deck was superior to ours, so I am super happy to get the victory. They just had an awesome deck. Tons of removal. Their deck had like the perfect flame sweep build. It was like all creatures that don't die to flame sweep. And like I said, Tomebound Lich was just blew me away. So I'm pretty shocked we got a victory there. Obviously happy, but shocked. I was shocked. All right, I'll see you round 2. Round 2, we're gonna keep this. It's a good rip. Missed the land drop, huh? Well, I like that. So I could hold off on the Gorging Vulture to get additional Johnny value. I don't love that, though. Seems completely unnecessary to me. Once again, we lost our Blood for Bones, and then we lose 2 of our best creatures. We have Soul Salvage. All right. That makes it better. I think I'm okay with that. All right. So well, I don't want a Johnny to die, so I probably just play Ancestral Blade plus a Johnny and get in with the Pride Mate here. Guess I should have equipped it with the blade. Well, at least should have equipped my Vulture. So hopefully they just play like a Feral Invocation. Good. Yeah. All right. So they missed a land drop. They've got some good cards from what we already have seen. Hanged Executioner is a great one. Feral Invocation, good to know about. Raise the Alarm, so they've got some goodies in there. Sideboard plan, tough to say for now because, I mean, Disenchant does deal with Feral Invocation, but gonna have to see more than that. Mind Rot, we don't know what their deck is like yet. And those are really like the only true sideboard cards we have. Daybreak Chaplain against Omega Aggro. But that's all I'm seeing. It's kind of a do-nothing hand. Yeah, we better mulligan. I feel like it just, doesn't do anything. It's not good. This one we can keep, and we'll ditch one of our planes. And we get to go Fencing Ace into Blade and get in for 4 on turn 3, which is actually pretty good. And then potentially play a Johnny for some value, some Pride Made value. Ah, hot Fencing Ace on Fencing Ace action, huh? Now I have to worry about Feral Invocation, though. I think I'll just take it. I don't want to lose my ace to an invocation. Okay. Better me taking 6 than me losing my Fencing Ace and them having an invocation as well, so we'll take it. Let's play the Blade and equip it. Get in for 4 here. I think I'd take 6 again. And Executioner, alright. So I can play a Johnny, spit out a soldier, block the Fencing Ace with my soldier. Johnny could take 2, but then he'd live and I could play a Protector. And then equip it with the... Yeah, alright. So we play a Johnny, spit out a cat. All at me. You don't even have to tap Executioner. It's so dirty. Okay. So they ever raise the alarm mana up too. I guess that we play the Protector. Gain life. Attack with the Fencing Ace. Equip the Blade on the Protector. Pass. Pretty awesome synergies coming out of my opponent here. We're at 10 life, okay. Attack him with everything. So, and then Inspired Charge to really just make sure I know that there's no possible way I can win. Got it. Pretty sweet plays there. So another chance to do disenchant. Still really don't want to. So one card. I don't like that. I don't like one card that does nothing else against the rest of my opponent's deck versus their one card that does everything against every card in my deck. It just does not seem good. I could do the Chaplain, just don't like it. Guess it blocks a Fencing Ace, but not an invocation one. I'm going to leave it alone and run it back. Okay, we'll play first. And yeah, we'll keep this. I think we go with the Overseer first. The Ace beats down better, but Overseer can get pretty big. I imagine you want to get the Overseer little engine that could online as quickly as possible. Oh. Well, that's good news for us. So we might as well do it now in case they have some. Actually, I maybe need to be careful of that because of the destroy a tapped creature at 3 mana. I don't know why my opponent kept a... I guess they figured with the Temple they'd find the second land. I'm not sure. Alright. So, guess we'll get in with the Thief here. Hump our guy. Kill your dudes. And play an ace and pass. Okay. Johnny, huh? Yeah, I think we do the Ajani over the Golem. Not better use of mana, but really, really strong. So I guess we can attack with the Thief first, though, can't we? Yes, we can. And a Blood for Bones, too. We may actually get to play that card and sack our Fencing Ace for some good value. Sure. So guess we go Golem. All right. So we got our golem down. We're not going to spit out a cat. We'll gain our life, pump our pride mate. So we can attack for 7 here because they're probably going to use their executioner on our overseer. So I would say that getting in for 7 is probably our best move here. Because I could wait, but they kind of need to deal with overseer. And like I said, if I just put a counter on this in the golem, I feel like 4 is kind of just a good number to start getting in there. Coming in on a Johnny. They had the invocation, as it turns out. So, how much can we deal? 4, 7, 11, 13. We're 1 short? Jeez. Alright. Well, we'll get in there. So I think we'll do the blood for bones now. Sack the ace. Get our thief back. Turn the ace. Play the ace. And pass. So they have to leave up 4 mana for the executioner. All right, so we'll get in there. So exiling the overseer. I think we just pump the thief. We can't kill them anyway, and we'll get their spirit off the board. So it seems better to me. Guess I didn't need to play that in case there's a board wipe. Alright. Well, we got the match, which is good. Our opponent had a good deck. And they had some good synergies in there too with the token creators and that 2-drop guy that gets counters for tokens you create. So glad to get the victory there. We'll see you in round 3. Round 3. Won the die roll. Yeah. Keep that. Yeah, I want to keep a Johnny, even though this hand pretty desperately needs a 4th land. Certainly doesn't feel right to dump in a Johnny. All right. Cool. Raise the alarm for days. I probably start with a Griffin Protector, huh? That makes more sense to me than the Splicer right away. Wow, Frostlink's on an empty board. I like that. Let's play the Protector here. Octoprophet, okay. So we can play the Splicer now. And guess get in for 4. Sleep paralysis on the golem. Well, that makes sense. So I probably block the soldier here, actually. I can always get my Splicer back with a soul salvage. Let's see here. 6 mana. We'll just play a Protector and get in there. All right. So 7 mana. Go a Johnny plus Thief. I think we'll do that. Could get in for 8, I guess, but I'm going to hold off on that. All right. Bounce all our creatures. All at me? Nope. It redirected that at Johnny. I guess that we trade. So Gorging Vulture's not bad. Probably need to get the Splicer down to block the Prophet, though. So I think we soul salvage the Splicer and the Thief. And then we'll play the Splicer and pass. All right, well, it's going to draw 2. All right. Well, let's go Vulture first, just kind of see what we draw, or if we gain any. Didn't gain life, which is truly unfortunate because we really needed it there. Bone Splinters would have helped quite a bit too, dumping our sleep paralysis golem. Okay. So I think their best equip is on the Elemental. And then maybe not though. Yeah, I guess this makes sense. This puts us in a pretty awkward spot. So I have to block like this. I suppose that I block here, and then we have to block the other two, huh? So I have to kind of go like this. And I lose just everything. I just lose everything. Yeah. Bummer. Man. That not gaining 1 life was just so detrimental there. So horrifically bad for us to not gain 1 life. Alright. I don't have a good play here. I'm playing the Thief because I guess I'd rather that die if I'm going to chump with something. Yeah, this board would just be completely different if I had just gained 1 life. So we have to sack this, put the Vulture back on the battlefield. And get the Splicer back. Or was that right? Let me get this straight. We once again 8 cards and we can't gain 1 life. Guess I needed another protector. I don't know. I needed something that could kill the Octo Prophet too, I guess. So, alright, we'll go to the next game here. That one hurt, not gonna lie. That was a bit of a painful one. So we have Disenchant, I guess, for the equipment. Mind Rots, I guess. Angelic Gift, I guess. Just thinking about anything that can block flyers. Not that we have like a super lack of flyers, honestly, but I think I'm just gonna run it back, honestly. I don't feel like bringing in Angelic Gifts, basically, is what it comes down to. We'll play first. This hand's pretty awkward. It's just basically 4 out of our 7 4-drops. No early plays. I strongly don't like this hand. I'm gonna mulligan. This one will keep, and I think that we'll probably get rid of the Epicure, I'm guessing. Alright, we'll do the Ace. Guess I could have done the Blood Burglar, but I was thinking if I have like a buff spell it would be better, but gaining life is pretty good too, as it turns out. I mean, I guess, no, Fencing Ace isn't even better against Raise the Alarm. Sure. Yep. Master Splicer is indeed good. So, I guess we pacify the 4/4 and get in there. I think I'll offer the trade here. We have the Soul Salvage, so I kind of like it more. Alright. If we're gaining life, then I'm okay with that too. I might as well take it just in case I rip an Inspired Charge or something. Squad Captain's actually pretty slick. Let's play it so we buff our Protector. Could attack with the soldier too, but I don't think that we will. Okay. All right. So we can guess get in with the captain here. No cards left in their hand. I guess that's pretty good. So they can trade their elemental for our captain. I probably smash with everything. Let's say they block here, trade here. So I guess we want to play the vulture first. To buff the protector. That time we gained life, so that's good. We can attack with everything. Like I said, they block the burglar. They block here, where they eat there. And they hit the chump. I think we attack with everything. I have the soul salvage, so block there, block here. They have to block the squad captain. So let's say they block here, chump captain, they take 3. I still think I'm going to do it. Alright, and then we go soul salvage, we'll get back. I have 6 mana, so let's just get back our fatties, I guess. Alright. Got game 2. So they're just blue-white skies, basically. Still have the opportunity to bring Angelic Gift in. I'm really not loving it, though. Maybe Inspired Charge is worse on the draw. It's probably true. And they don't really have spot removal. They have sleep paralysis, but that just means Angelic Gift will still do its job. Alright. They have bounce too, but like I said, Angelic Gift will still do its job then too. Alright, we'll do this. We'll bring out the Inspired Charge. We'll try that. So we can jam the Steel Overseer first, I guess. Oh, no raise the alarm, that's good. That unfortunately is quite not good. So play the Blood Burglar and pass. It's a big problem. Got the land there. So we can do the Vulture to at least trade with the Warden. Alright. And we have blood for bones too, so we can get our squad captain back. Perfect. So I could actually double block the golem. Make my overseer bigger. Considering it. Because I have the blood for bones, so I can get it back. Yeah. It's not bad. I don't have the 4th land, though. But, like I said, with blood for bones, I guess I want to res the captain. I'm going to take 4. Land would have been pretty huge there. So, I think we play the blade and equip the overseer. Pass. Could have actually equipped the blood burglar and attacked there. That might have been better, now that I think about it. Especially if they sleep paralysis, which they do. So we'll chump the golem with the soldier. I think that we just chump here, block here, and take 2. Got the 4th land, so go Splicer. And get in for 2. Guess we can just attack. That's fine too. Play the Splicer. And then pass. All right. So let's see here. Guess we just equip. Get in for 3 lifelink. I don't think they block anyway, and if they do, I'll kill an air elemental for I'll gain some life. It'll be fine. Like if they double block, and they don't even want to, which is surprising. So then we blood for bones. Sack our overseer. Bring a captain back. And I guess we'll bring back the... No, we don't even have a... Maybe the vulture's better. We have the golem for the overseer. Vulture can gain life. We have a griffin protector for the air elemental. I'm gonna go overseer. I don't know if it's right. sure. Okay. So 6 mana. Can attack with the squad captain. And then play Protector. Leave up Moment of Heroism. All right. Does it make more sense to get rid of the Vigilant guy? Probably does, doesn't it? Take 4, we go to 7, we have Moment of Heroism. Alright, but we're going to use it. I want to get rid of the Vigilance. Piranhas, huh? So, Angelic Gift. Oh, that's a really, really good one right now. So, we could lifelink over top, but honestly, it seems to me to make more sense to do something that can at least trade with Air Elemental. So let's play this first, see what we draw. Epicure, that's cool. I can't play it though. So we go Overseer. And equip the blade on Captain. And get in for 8 flying. So if their last card's the bounce 3, I think we lose. They just dump our flyers and the Overseer, I guess, or the Burglar probably, and then leave us with not much to block with. So that will just chump. So we really don't need the Splicer. It does pump our Stone Golem, but we don't need it. Okay. So I think they're dead. We just have to... They have 1 card left though. Do I want a Bone Splinters? I guess I go Stone Golem. And Bone Splinters, they're 1 flyer. Sacking my Burglar. And then get in here. Well, got the draft, which is pretty awesome because we played some pretty challenging decks. So I was pretty happy to see this deck succeed. Johnny did tons of work for us. Squad Captain played really well, surprisingly. Griffin Protector plays really well. So Griffin Protector and I think Squad Captain were the 2 sort of sleeper cards I felt like for this deck. They both... You read them and you're like, yeah, it's a card, whatever. But they both really played exceptionally well, so I give a lot of credit to them. Obviously, I give credit to Johnny, and Steel Overseer was a lot of fun. he did a little bit of work for us too. So hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.